And volunteer and staff and family friends from the Twin Cities, welcome to what is really the beginning of the festival.
Through the performing arts, we help the children get through their problems. We help these children regain their self-confidence. So we use performing arts as a tool of rehabilitation.
See, the reality is their social life is non-existent. There is no social life. Their lives are all together in this quarter-acre space where the bunk beds are stacked 8 to 10 high. And it's really packed with 200 plus kids. So their social life, school life, everything about their lives happens in that compound in the middle of the slums. So there's no, as we know, social life, there's no social life. There's social, I mean, they play soccer, that's fun. I mean, they do that, they perform. And that's, right? Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, you gotta kind of be there to understand it. It's one thing to read about Africa, it's one thing to see it on television, but you have to taste it, smell it, walk it, touch it, and then you get it.
One of the biggest challenges that we have is when you get the children from the streets, they are of different ages, but academically, they are the same level. So you'll find that there's a 14-year-old child who has never been to class. And then there's a 7-year-old who's not been to class either. So you have to put two of them at the same level, and you start from there, which is quite a challenge because their thinking capacities are different. They've been exposed to different environments. So they're completely different people. But then you still have to get a common ground for the two of them and make sure that you give them what they deserve.
It is difficult to join in university, maybe when you don't perform well in school. And in Kenya, you have to achieve the grade that they are asking for so that you can join the university. If you don't, maybe you have to repeat the class or you do something else.
And you have to keep in mind there's no free school in Kenya, so everybody has to pay for school. So sometimes it's, do we eat or do we send this kid to school? Mostly it's eat. So half the youth population does not go to school.
There are very many houses that are headed by children because their parents are dead. You find that there's a 12-year-old who's heading a household with other 5 siblings behind him or her. And this child has to actually look for money one way or the other, which means they go to the streets to beg. If it's a girl, they become prostitutes at a very early age. If it's a boy, they become criminals or gangsters at very early ages.
Shangilia helps people there, like street children, and also those who are not able to pay for their school fees. So after maybe, like now we have come here, after performance, when we go back there, we shall pick some kids also from street or poor homes, and then shall get to help them now.
And I really wanted to work with children of less fortunate in the society and really get to put smiles on their faces. The children in Shangilia have each a very unique situation that has happened in their lives, and most of these children lack basic needs. So Shangilia has provided them with the opportunity to have education, basic needs provided for them, and they're talented, nurtured to perfection. Like for example, the theater arts we have theater arts in school. It's incorporated into the curriculum. So every day, from Monday to Friday, from 3:45 to about 6 o'clock, they train. Each child has a different kind of unique art in them.
We had to rehearse with Shangilia a few times now. They speak pretty good English, so we just talk to them in English.
And when they were in Kenya, there was, what's it called? When we video chat, what's it called? Skype. We Skyped with them, and we actually rehearsed with them, and it was really cool. So.
My involvement is coordinating the McPhail Community Youth Choir under the direction of J.D. Steele. J.D. directs both choirs here in the States, and then obviously also in Kenya, so he travels back and forth. And this is the first time that the two choirs are meeting. They're meeting as we speak for the first time and rehearsing, and to do some performances here at the Ordway.
We want to have every child that leaves this festival, this week of experiences, to leave feeling fulfilled, to feel beautiful. I've talked about this often. Beautiful means B-U till full. And we want people to feel full of art and culture and community, and know that being here with us for the next week is the best place you can be, not only in the Twin Cities, but all around the world.
I work in Africa and have worked in Africa for many years. I work in South Africa, in Bugaleto, and outside of Cape Town. And I've also worked with a group called Peace House, which is in Tanzania, Arusha, which is one of the neighboring countries to Kenya. And so I have an affinity for and a great passion for young people and working with children. I love music. I'm a singer and an actor, theater professional. And so my interest is always in trying to find ways to share my talents, my gifts, and also to be a participant in something that helps broaden the fabric of all of our experiences, and so people can get more acquainted and get a better appreciation for art. And I just love the African culture because I'm an African American person. But more importantly, I love the African culture because it really speaks to the broad range of what makes America great. There's the spiritual, there's jazz, there are forms of music and dance and fabric and design and art. And so the African culture has really made major influences in our culture as American people. So that's another part that makes it very passionate for me and a big interest as well.
We're trying to build a new school. Right now they live in a really tough situation. This is the diagram for the new school. We have 6 acres of land that this school is going to be built on. Okay, this is going to be the new Shangilia in 3 years. There's going to be a school, a medical facility, and a performance arts center. We have to be world citizens and help these underdeveloped in these third world countries. They cannot do it alone. And we have to make up for what was done hundreds of years ago. And it's going to be up to young people like yourselves, connecting with young people like this, finding out what the needs are, going over there and visiting at some point in your lives, coming back impacted, and knowing that you can contribute in various ways. I want them to become global citizens. I want people to be conscious globally so that we can change the world.